Good morning, children. Welcome to today's class. So I feel everybody are safe at home and you are all following the online class, is it not? Yes. So don't miss, children. Watch the online class, and when you come to the school after it reopens, it will be easy for you. Okay. So don't miss the class. All the subjects. Watch the online class regularly, and the notes will be sent. So complete the notes. Don't wait for you to come to school, then only complete. So by the time you come to school, whatever is being sent, it should be updated. Okay. Yes. So as you all know, in the last class, we have completed the lesson rocks and minerals. Is it not? Okay. And in the last, I had given you the assignment, match the following, but because of some server problem, you had only half. So I will give that assignment today again. So copy it down and write it again, children. Okay. So from the beginning, again, once more, I will give you copy it down. Okay. So today's assignment. So it should be written 3 times. Okay. This is the second main I had given. Match the following. Okay. Match the following. First, sun, water, wind. So they are renewable sources of energy. Renewable sources of energy. Okay. Second one, Red Fort, Qutub Minar. So what is this made of? Sandstone. Okay. Next, third, obsidian. Quick cooling of lava. Fourth, conglomerate. Ornamental rock. Fifth, shale, bricks and tiles. Okay, so this is your homework. Write it. I'll revise again. Check. Sun, water, wind, renewable sources of energy. Red Fort, Qutub Minar, sandstone, obsidian, quick cooling of lava, conglomerate, ornamental rock, shale, bricks and tiles. Copy it down fast, children. This is your homework. This you have to write it 3 times. So one below the other. First, if you take that only, you should write 3 times. Understood? Okay. So since we had completed the lesson, I said I'm going to do the textbook exercise. So after you complete, take out your textbook exercise. Textbook page number 89. Page number 89. Shall I erase? Yes. Textbook exercise, page number 89. Shall we start? Take out your pencil also along with that. Yes. So we'll start with the first main, A main, fill in the blanks. It is page number 89. Fill in the blanks. First, the earth's surface soil is made up of, what is soil made up of? Rocks. Rocks. Next, scientists who study rocks are called, what are they called? Geologists. Geologists. Next, some of the lava cools and hardens below the earth's crust and forms dash rocks. By cooling and hardening, what kind of rocks are formed? Igneous rocks. Next, sandstone consists mostly of a mineral called dash, which lends its pink or reddish color. It is quartz. 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 Next, fifth, fossil means the remains of dead dash and animals preserved in rocks. It is plants. In one of the dash right plants, the next dash right animals. Okay, so this was fill in the blanks. Now we'll move to the B main. Tick the right option. Okay, yes. First one, it is formed from the remains of plants buried inside the earth millions of years ago. So it is only plants. So which fossil fuel it is? It is option B, coal. Next, Taj Mahal is made up of which rock? Again, it is option B, marble. Third, the rocks formed by cooling and hardening of lava are, just now we wrote, is it not? Again, this also is B, igneous rocks. So you have to put tick in the box. I am writing the options here, but you have to put tick in the box. Next, the rock that mainly comprises of quartz, mica and feldspar is, again B, it is granite. Fifth, coal and petroleum are called, it is A, fossil fuels. Fossil fuels. Completed? Okay, we'll move to the next main. It is in the next page, that is page 90. This is page number 90. C main. True or false? True or false? Okay. Yes. First, sandstone is made up of a mineral called calcite, which is present in the shells of sea animals. So it is false. So write F. They have asked write T for true and F for false, is it not? So that is why I am asking you to write F there. It is not sandstone, it is limestone, which is made up of a mineral called calcite. Second, the metamorphic rock made from granite is gneiss. So it is true, right? T. Third, the process of extraction of minerals from the earth is known as mining. Yes, true. So by blasting, keeping dynamite, blasting and take outing the minerals, or digging tunnels and take outing the minerals is called mining. The changed rocks are known as igneous rocks. False. So what are the changed rocks called? It is metamorphic rocks. Last, fifth one. Fossil fuels are non-renewable sources of energy that will not last very long. True. It will not last very long. So it will get over, it will get exhausted easily. So this was the textbook exercise. So the worksheet and the notes will be sent. You have to complete the notes, okay, clearly and neatly. Got? Over? Yes. Now, we'll move to the next lesson now. So, next lesson is about what all the things we find in our surroundings. We live in the surroundings. So, what all the things we find in our surroundings, what is it called and how we have to protect it. We'll see about that. Okay. So, the next lesson is about our environment. It is lesson number 11. It is our environment and pollution. So first we'll study about environment. What is environment? After that we'll go for the pollution. What is pollution? Okay. Now I said we all live in a surrounding. We see so many things in the surroundings. So what all the things we see in the surroundings will make up the environment. Okay. The surrounding. So how can you define environment now? Or what you can say about environment? What we can say about environment? It is nothing but the surroundings in which we live, is called environment. So you can define environment as the surrounding in which we can live. So what all we can see in the environment? What are there present in the environment? We see so many things, is it not? We see our school, we see our house, we see malls, theaters, buildings, shops, markets, is it not? Plants, animals, vehicles. So all these things make up the environment. What all we see in our environment, in the surroundings, will make up the environment. It forms the environment. Okay. Yes. So in that environment, I listed so many things. You can see the buildings, you can see your house, you can see plants, you can see animals, you can see vehicles, you can see buildings, as I said. So many things you can see in the environment. So that includes living things and non-living things. So that includes living things and non-living things. Living things and non-living things. Okay, so I listed so many things we can see in our environment. So those includes living things and non-living things. So under living things, what all you can see? The human beings, that is we people, humans, plants, animals. Is it not? All this comes under living things. And under non-living things, as I said, house, school, vehicles, is it not? So the air what we breathe, the sun which gives us heat, the water which is needed, all these things comes under non-living things. Okay. So we see so many things in the environment. So those things are living things and non-living things. Okay. So as I said, this forms the environment. Even we are there in the environment. Okay. So this environment has effect on the humans, plants and animals, and humans, plants and animals also have the effect on the environment. Okay, there are few things which is responsible for spoiling the environment. Okay, so how we are affecting the environment, how we are responsible for affecting the environment. Now suppose when you had the school, your parent, mother or father would come to pick you up. So while going, you ask for biscuits or chocolates or ice cream. So after you eat that biscuit or chocolate, so what you are going to do with that plastic cover? you throw it on the road. It is not that everybody, I'm saying, few, one or two among the few, is it not? So what they do? They throw it on the road. So as you all know that plastics are non-biodegradable waste. So that will not get mixed in the environment and it is going to damage the environment. So by this way, we are responsible. We are affecting the environment. Okay. Now, how the environment is affecting us? Now, suppose if there is weather change, all of a sudden, if the weather changes, so suppose from summer we are going to winter, so we have cold that time. So if weather changes, naturally it affects the humans. So all of a sudden, if there is change in the weather, so some people who are very sensitive will be affected by cold. Or suppose you travel a long distance. So some people will get irritated by that. They can't go. That is journey. They can't travel longer distances. So by that they can get headache or vomiting sensation. Or because of the weather, the dust present in the environment, they get allergy. They get sneeze like that. So like that, the environment has effect on us also. Okay. So environment is affecting human beings also, and human beings are also affecting the environment. Okay. Yes. So this is about the first part. Now, as I said, in the environment, there are living things and non-living things present, is it not? So, among this, there is dependency on each other. So, in the environment, there is dependency on each other. Dependency on each other. Dependency on each other. So we are dependent. We human beings are dependent on plants and animals. Plants are dependent on animals. Animals are dependent on plants. Like that, we are dependent on each other. Okay, so for survival, so human beings are, if you take it as living beings, they are dependent on both living beings and non-living beings for their survival. So as I said, human beings are dependent on plants, animals. Plants are dependent on animals. Animals are dependent on plants. Okay, so we'll see now how they are dependent. Okay, so as you all know, when you studied about the plants, I keep on saying that almost the major things what we use in our daily life, day-to-day life, is got by the plants. For example, the food we eat, the grains, rice, ragi, wheat, food we eat, fruits, vegetables is all got by the plants. Is all we are get it from the plants. Or it might be the in the plants only you have medicinal plants like neem, tulsi. So we get some of the medicines from plants also. We use rubber, eraser, we use gum, we write it on the paper. All these are got from the plant. And the furniture in our house is made of the wood. The doors, windows is made of wood. So from where do we get? We get all that from the plants. So humans are dependent on plants. Humans are dependent on plants. Okay. So humans are dependent on plants for food, fruits, vegetables, oil, sunflower oil, coconut oil, so oil, then timber, as I said, wood, timber, then medicines, so many things you can list. Okay, rubber, then paper, gum. So there are so many things we are dependent on plants. Okay. Now how plants are dependent on animals? How plants are dependent on animals? So this also, when I explained the first lesson, I said if seeds are dropped in one place only, it is difficult for all the seeds to grow into a plant, seedling, is it not? So that is why dispersal of seeds is necessary. So seeds should be thrown to far off places so that it will get enough space, water, sunlight to grow, is it not? So these plants are dependent on animals for dispersal of seeds. Dispersal of seeds. So you know that animals are also one of the agents by which dispersal of seed is formed. Okay, not only that. So this remains of animals. So it will turn into a manure for the plants so that the plant can grow well. Okay. So, or the cow dung or the urine of animals also acts as fertilizers for the plants. So this way, the plants are dependent on animals. Okay. Now, how the animals are dependent on plants? Animals are dependent on plants. How they are dependent on plants? So it is the shelter. It is the habitat for many animals. So birds build nests, monkeys live on treetops. So in the trunk of the tree, woodpecker will make hole and live there. And in the underground, under the tree, they dig the burrows, rabbit and live. So it will become shelter for many of the animals. Plants will become shelter for many of the animals. And then plants are also food. They act as food for the animals. That means, you know that herbivores eat plants, is it not? So it is the food for the animals. So this way, the animals are dependent on plants. So by this, you learn that there is dependency on each other. So human beings are dependent on plants and animals, and we are dependent on plants and animals. Animals are dependent on plants. Plants are dependent on animals. Now, how humans are dependent on animals? We are also dependent on animals, is it not? So again, it is milk, meat, eggs. So all these are got from the animals. So we are dependent on animals. Okay, there is dependency in this. Apart from all these things, there is one more important thing, how there is dependency. Okay. So apart from the food we eat, apart from the water we drink, what is the other necessity for a living beings to live? It is breathing, is it not? So while breathing, we take in oxygen, we take in air and give out air. Okay. So that the humans and the animals, when we take in air, we take oxygen. We take oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. We take in air, we take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Okay. So plants, it is ulta, opposite. So plants, they take carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. So like this, we are dependent. So if humans and animals are not there, oxygen would not be there. If plants were not there, carbon dioxide would not be there. So there is dependency. So what, as you know that oxygen is necessary for plants and animals for breathing. So what plants will do with carbon dioxide? This you already know, is it not? So these plants, they take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. So this they use along with the nutrients present in the soil, along with the sunlight, along with the water. With the help of the sunlight and nutrients, along with this important carbon dioxide, it makes its own food through the process called photosynthesis. Okay. For that, this carbon dioxide is very, very essential, very much necessary. Okay. So like this, there is balance in the nature. So plants is going to give us carbon dioxide, plants is going to give us oxygen and we are going to give carbon dioxide. So there is balance in the nature. So this balance in the nature is very, very essential for the survival of the living beings. If that balance is not there, if plants are not there, then who is going to give us carbon and oxygen? And if we are not there, or if animals are not there, who is going to give carbon dioxide? So that balance should be there. So we have to give carbon dioxide, take oxygen. So that balance should be there. That balance is very, very important. But if that balance is not there, if that balance is disturbed, suppose if more plants are not there, then we will be giving carbon dioxide, we will not be getting oxygen. If animals are not there, or if human beings, the strength comes down, so then the plants will be giving out carbon dioxide and oxygen will not be there. So that balance should be maintained to keep the environment free from the pollution. Okay, so that it will not get affected. Okay, that balance should be there. So it will be our responsibility. It will be the main responsibility of the living beings, humans. We should take care to maintain the balance of the environment. But because of the greediness of the man to make money, commercial benefits, to make money, so he is only responsible for spoiling the environment. He is only becoming the main reason for spoiling the environment. Okay, so what he is doing? So, as I said, in order to make money for commercial benefits, he is cutting down the trees to make the furnitures, it might be, or to build houses. So, he is cutting down all the trees. And for the skin, for the leather of the animals, to get the skin of the animals, he is killing all the animals. So plants are not there, animals are not there. So that balance will not be there. So man is only he is only one of the reason for affecting the environment. Okay, and because one more reason is the population is increasing day by day. The number of people is becoming more. The number of people are becoming more. So as a result, what happens? The need for food, it might be, house, it might be. So that also is becoming more. Okay. So for that, what he is doing? He doesn't have space. He doesn't have wood. What he is doing? He is cutting down all the trees, making space for big houses, or he's cutting down he's killing the animals. Okay, so he is clearing all the forest areas. So what happens? As I said, it is the shelter for animals. So many of the animals are dying because they don't have proper shelter. So because they couldn't withstand the weather condition, many animals are dying. Okay, so to avoid that, so that balance should be there. That balance should be there in the nature, so that we live peacefully for the survival of the human beings. That balance should be maintained in the nature. Okay, so in order to satisfy his needs, he is putting pressure on the environment. He is using all the resources. He is cutting down the trees, killing animals, using air, water, wind, soil, all the resources which is present, putting on the pressure and damaging the environment. Okay, so not only that, but because of using all those things, so the natural resources which is present in the environment, like the air, water, soil, all these are becoming dirty, are becoming contaminated. Okay, so what do you call contaminated? It is becoming contaminated. It is becoming dirty. Okay, so that contamination of the air. Okay, contamination means dirty, becoming dirty. Contamination of air, water, land, soil. So contamination by what? By harmful substances which is getting mixed in the air. Harmful substances. Harmful substances. Okay, is called as pollution. is called pollution. Okay, is called pollution. And the harmful substances which will mix, they are called as pollutants. Harmful substances are called pollutants. Harmful substances are called pollution. So this mixing of the harmful substances into the land, into the water, into the soil is called as pollution. Okay, so this is also one of the reasons why the environment is getting destroyed, is getting affected. Okay, so this also because of the human is also responsible for that. Okay, so now when I talk about the word pollution, mainly we can talk about four types of pollution. Okay, so it is air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, and soil pollution. Okay, so today we'll study about the air pollution. We'll study about the air pollution, how it is caused, what all are responsible for it. Okay, we'll study about air pollution. The fourth pollution today we'll study about the first one, air pollution. Okay, so you know that the air what we breathe is a mixture of gases. It is mixture of gases or combination of gases. Mixture of gases. It is a mixture of gases. So what are the gases it contains? So it has nitrogen. This out of 100 if I take, it is 78%. 78% of the air is nitrogen and oxygen is 21%. So 8 plus 1 is 9 and 7 plus 2 is 9, 99%. The other 1% is carbon dioxide. The other 1% is carbon dioxide, water vapor, and dust particles. Okay, so this will become 1%. So totally it is 100. Okay, so air contains all these things. So it is mixture of gases. So nitrogen is 78%, oxygen 21%, carbon dioxide, water vapor, and dust is 100%. Okay. If this percentage is disturbed or if this percentage varies when the harmful substances will get mixed into the air, that causes air pollution. Okay, so if this is in this position, in this percentage only, then the air is clean or pure, you can say. Suppose if harmful substances get mixed into this and disturbs this percentage or varies this percentage, that causes air pollution. Okay. Now we'll see what are the causes of air pollution. Causes of it, how it is caused. Okay. So as I said, man is only the major problem. He is only causing the air pollution. So first one is industries. First one is industries. So when they run the industries, they use the chemicals in there. When they burn that, it releases harmful gases like carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfide, sulfur dioxide, ammonia. So these harmful gases it gives out. So that when it gets mixes in the air is going to become polluted. Okay, so the industries are the main cause for air pollution because when they burn things there, when they use the chemicals, so there the harmful gases will get mixed in the air and it causes air pollution. Okay, so next one is vehicles. Same thing. So you might have seen when you move on the road, how much smoke comes from the vehicle. So there also the smoke given out by the vehicles contains harmful gases such as carbon monoxide, carbon particles, and hydrocarbons. So all these are harmful gases that when it gets mixed in the air, it becomes impure. Okay. So again, the smoke given out by the vehicles is responsible for air pollution. Okay. Next one, domestic sources. That means the houses, the hotels, restaurants, what they do. In few of the hotels or the restaurants, they use this coal for cooking. In some of the houses, they use this coal. So when they use that, when they burn that, it releases smoke. So that again, when it mixed in the air, it releases harmful gases and it causes air pollution. So even the houses, hotels, restaurants are responsible for air pollution because they give out the smoke when they burn the coal, when they use that coal for cooking. So they give out the smoke that when it get mixed in the air, it causes pollution. Okay, and then uncovered garbage or when we throw, as I said in that. So after the passage of the time, so it will get rotten. So the foul smell will come out from that garbage if it is not cleaned, if it is not taken. So that releases, that foul smell is because of the gas which is formed there. So because of that also, that gases again mix in the air and becomes polluted. Okay, next one, agricultural activities. Agricultural activities. Again, this I have already discussed in the first lesson only. So when farmers, when he follows the steps of agriculture, I said that after he sows the seed, he is going to apply fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides. He is going to spray to the crops so that he will get the good yield. He can protect his crops from the insects or the pests. To avoid that, he is going to spray that. So that spray, that again, as you know, why we are going to spray that? To kill the insects, to kill the pests, is it not? So that by in the spraying, when it gets mixed in the air, it causes pollution. Okay, it causes pollution. Okay. So, and he's going to spray the DDT, spray with the tank. He will be having pipe. He's going to spray that. So that also has harmful gases. So when we breathe in, we breathe that air. So there are chances of getting lung infection. So we'll not be able to breathe properly. Lung infection we get. And sometimes in order to avoid the rats or the moles in the field, he's going to put arsenic, which is going to pollute the environment. To kill that rats or the moles, he's going to put chemical for killing the rats. So that is harmful. That can be poisonous, which is harmful. Okay. So that is one of the causes of air pollution. So these are the different causes of air pollution. Okay. Okay. Now who are responsible for air pollution we studied. Now we'll see if air pollution causes, what are the effects of air pollution. Okay. So we'll just list out the effects of the air pollution. What are the different effects of the air pollution? Okay, so main problem. What is the main problem? Health issues, health problem. Okay, so this health problem is one of the major issues of the air pollution. So why this health problem occurs, or what are the disease we are going to get from this air pollution? So as you know that now before this we listed what are the different causes for the air pollution, is it not? So in all the causes we said it is going to give out the harmful gases which is going to mix in the environment. Then the air will become impure. Okay, so smoke will get mixed in the air. So if we breathe only the pure air, then our respiratory system will work properly. On the other hand, if harmful gases are mixed in that, then there will be blocking the respiratory system. So we may get disease like asthma, will not be able to breathe properly. So we'll have breathing problems, will not be able to breathe properly. Okay, so asthma, breathing problems we have, or skin allergies we, as I said earlier. So you get skin allergies, like that, different health problems we get. So the eye problem also you get, then cancers, skin cancers you get, or lung cancer if you are not able to breathe properly. So all these health problems will arise if we breathe contaminated air, if we breathe polluted air. Okay, so next one is global warming. So what is this global warming? So as I said, when trees were there on our earth, it was greenery all around and the earth was cool. Now for man, for the sake of money, he is cutting down all the trees. So what happens now? The cool of the earth is being reduced. The earth is becoming hotter day by day. Okay, so this increasing in the temperature is called as global warming. So global warming is nothing but increase in the temperature. So why this increase in the temperature is happening? Because there is no balance in the atmosphere, balance in the environment. As I explained earlier, that balance should be maintained, otherwise the environment will be affected, I said. So if plants are not there, then the carbon dioxide, plants are not there to use the carbon dioxide which is given out by the humans and the plants. So that carbon dioxide level will go on getting increased. So then what happens? So it releases harmful gases and the temperature of the earth will become more and more. So that is called as global warming. So the earth which was cooler before, now after cutting down the trees, it is increasing, the hotness is increasing, the earth is getting hotter. So that increase in the temperature is called as global warming. So why that is happening? Because there is no balance in the environment. Again, who is responsible? We are only responsible for that. Okay. And next one important thing is acid rain. Acid rain. Imagine acid rain. The normal rain only sometimes we can't tolerate. Now imagine acid rain. So it causes acid rain. What is this acid rain? Now, as I said, the air is a mixture of many gases, I said. So when air pollution takes place, so it releases harmful gases into the environment. So that harmful gases, when it mixes with this, or when it mixes with water vapor or with the dirt particles, it forms acid. It forms acid. Okay. And along with the rain, it pours onto the earth as acid rain. Okay. So that time it is very dangerous. It affects the life of the people. It affects plants, animals, the marine life. Everybody will be affected by that. Not only the living things, even the non-living things like the buildings. So the Taj Mahal, it was pure white. Now because of this acid rain, it is becoming pale. It is turning yellowish in color because that some harmful gases which is turned into acid is falling on that building. Okay, so imagine it's not only the living beings, the non-living things are also affected by the balance which is disturbed in the environment. Okay. And next one is the ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion. So what is this ozone layer? What is depletion? Okay. So the earth is surrounded by a different layers. Okay, our earth is surrounded by different layers. Okay, so suppose this is the earth. This is the earth. Around the earth, there is different layers. Atmosphere, different layers of the earth. Okay, there are different layers of the earth, lithosphere, exosphere, like that. So in that, one is called as, in that you have ozone layer. In that you have ozone layer. So what is this ozone layer, or what is the use of this ozone layer is? So you know that the sun's rays is very harmful Okay, sun's rays is very harmful. So it has ultraviolet rays. Ultraviolet rays, which is very harmful. Okay, so this ozone layer, what it is doing is, it is blocking the sun's rays from reaching the earth. That layer is going to protect this harmful ultraviolet rays from reaching the earth. Okay, so that layer is there, ozone layer is there, which is blocking the harmful rays of the sun from reaching the earth. Because of the global warming and the acid rain, what is happening is there is holes in the ozone layer, or the ozone layer is becoming thin. The layer which was here, it is becoming smaller, thinner. So the layer has come down here. Okay, so naturally the sun's rays will come still nearer to the earth. Then it is still dangerous, is it not? So it is reaching the earth easily. So because of the global warming, because of the acid rain, the ozone layer is getting depleted, depletion. There is depletion in the ozone layer. Okay, so that time what happens? The sun's rays, harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. So it is reaching the earth easily. So that, as I said, that it is going to do damage for the human being, for the plants, for the animals. So there, because the heat is increasing, and because the harmful rays of the sun reach the earth easily, so there, as I said, we get skin cancers, allergies, or the animals or the plants, because they can't withstand that too much heat, so they may die, they may lose their life. So that is ozone layer depletion. Why that ozone layer depletion is occurring? Again, because of the air pollution. Who is responsible? Human. Because that balance is not there in the nature. So we are responsible for the ozone layer depletion. Okay. So these are the different effects of air pollution. Okay, so in the next class we'll see what are the steps, what we can do in order to stop this air pollution. Okay, so we are, as I said, we are only responsible for the air pollution. So in the next class we'll see what we only can do so that the air pollution can be stopped, and we can save our environment, and we can survive easily in the environment. Okay, children. So revise this lesson. We'll continue the next. In the next class, we'll continue the lesson. So revise the lesson. Until then, take care and bye, children. Convert